I'm wondering, like if you're gonna fight him, where would you fight him at, number one? And number two, are you saying that from 140 to 147, you're willing to fluctuate and move back and forth as opposed to just moving up and weight or whatever? What's your intent?
Well, my intent, look at my strength and conditioning coach, he said that he believes that I can make 140 comfortably. You know, I trust, the people, my team around me. If their opportunity presents itself, I would love to fight Shakur Stevenson.
Ryan Garcia started a war on Stephen A. Smith's live show, saying he would have no problem fighting Shakur Stevenson at 140 pounds if Stevenson actually steps up and shows up. Garcia made the case that he is the biggest name among the young fighters in the sport right now, and now as a world champion he has every opportunity to become the face of boxing going forward.
Let's go. I want that. If the opportunity presents itself, I just want boxing to be at the top. I want to make these fights happen, and I know I could beat these guys.
Shakur Stevenson did not waste any time firing back with a prediction so cold and direct that it immediately made this verbal war feel very real and very serious for Ryan Garcia.
And I've always had the following, I've always had, all the opportunities you can have as a superstar. Now that I have this piece that I kind of was missing, of course I would love to keep fighting and kind of carry boxing. I actually lead this generation of young fighters of popularity and now of being a world champion. So I have all the opportunities to become the face of boxing, but now I just have to prove it with my dedication and all my fights that are going to be lined up. I have to do it now. I would love to defend my title, and if that happens, let's do that too.
Even before that explosive live television moment, the two rivals had already gone at each other in a heated face-to-face confrontation where they threw serious insults at each other and made very real threats of violence.
He's going to get murdered. He's going to get beat up. So since y'all felt that way, then let's make the fight happen. Let me show y'all why.
Refusing to back down even a little, Ryan Garcia reminded everyone of who he truly is by warning that his dangerous and ruthless mindset is fully back and that he is ready to cause serious damage inside the ring.
I have Shakur beating him though. I do have you beating him.
I will whoop your ass.
Yeah, right back in that mouth. I'll have you looking like a saber gap tooth tiger. I'll do you dirty, bro. No lie, bro.
You suck.
You lost oh my, here we go.
I don't care.
Not the same fighter. Hey, not the same fighter. Not the same. Hey, when I put a beat on you, what are you gonna say? When I put a beat on you, what are you gonna say?
I was there.
Hey, no, when I put a beat on you. I'm talking about you. You got no power. You got no power.
And you lost. And you still scared him to this day.
No, bro, I'm gonna knock that gap right back in your mouth. I'm gonna knock that gap into your mouth again. Hey, you fixed the team. You fixed the team, but I'm gonna knock that right back in. Bam.
Shakur Stevenson also came out with full confidence, calling himself the very best the sport has to offer right now with a complete skill set that nobody can match. He believes his ability to adjust to any style makes him the most dangerous and well-rounded threat in all of boxing today.
I'm gonna give them what they want. They want a bad dude, I'll give you a bad dude. I'm a killer. I have the killer instinct, so it's kind of you lose the killer instinct in you.
You do want to hurt this person.
Yeah, of course.
Turning the pressure right back on Garcia, Stevenson openly welcomed the fight and told Ryan to stop talking and actually back his words up. Since the weight class idea came from Garcia in the first place, Stevenson expects him to step up to 140 pounds and sign the contract without any more excuses.
Honestly, for me personally, I feel like I'm like the best fighter in boxing. And I don't like mean this in no disrespectful way, because I got a lot of fighters in boxing that I still watch to this day that I like. And I'm like, okay, I'm still this. Usyk, I love Usyk. I love Bivol. I love them Eastern European styles. But for me, like, I just feel like I'm a fighter that could do it all. Like, I can do it all. Like, whatever needs to be done to get the job done, I can do that. So some nights you might see I might outbox people. Then some nights I might stand there and beat a guy up and beat them at their own game. So I think for me, I'm the most complete fighter.
Even the biggest voices in the sport are completely locked in on this growing rivalry as they think about the styles involved in a potential clash. Joe Rogan admitted he is genuinely fascinated by this matchup but warned that Garcia would be stepping into the ring with a completely different kind of fighter than anything he has faced before.
Can he make 40 again?
He said he could. He the one who came out and said, like, let's fight at 140. He said that. So if he said that, it's like, okay, you could make the weight, then let's do it.
Adding even more fuel to the fire, pound-for-pound King Terrence Crawford broke down exactly what he thinks will happen when these two finally share the ring. Crawford made a blunt prediction that the fight will not even be close because Garcia's reckless tendencies will leave him wide open for a sharp and punishing counter-punching performance.
That was art. That was art. That's boxing at the highest level. And I'm fascinated because now they're talking about him and Ryan Garcia. I am fascinated to watch that fight because Shakur's a different animal. Ryan looked amazing in that fight. I mean, he looked amazing. I mean, he looked so fast, and it was a beautiful fight to watch. But that's an interesting fight. I like that fight. Shakur and him, I like that fight a lot. Because Shakur's just a different animal. You're dealing with a whole different kind of skill set.
The debate took a darker and more controversial turn as well-known figures weighed Garcia's incredible physical tools against his troubled personal history. They acknowledged that his frightening speed could change any fight in a split second but left a real cloud of doubt hanging over whether his past scandals took something away from his biggest wins.
Yeah, Shakur, listen, I went down to camp before he fought Teofimo, and I seen his focus and the level of, intense training he was doing. And I said, I don't know it all, but I know Shakur gonna whoop Teofimo's ass. I tweeted that way before the fight, and he went out there and did it.
Right.
Shakur got a jab. Shakur got head movement. Shakur got defense. Shakur knows range. Shakur have good legs. So I look at that fight like it's not gonna be as a competitive fight like everybody think, because if Ryan get careless, he's gonna get countered all day.
Henry Garcia boldly laid out exactly how he believes his son can take apart the unbeaten champion, predicting a finish that would shock the entire boxing world. He also claimed they already hold a mental edge based on a history going back to the amateur days where Stevenson could never land cleanly on Ryan.
Ryan's speed is extraordinary. He relies on it a lot, but I mean, that's not a knock. That's just like, if you had it, everybody should rely on that. Man, that
Shakur's
speed
not
is
slow.
Nuts. Shakur's a different animal.
That's what I'm
It's a
saying.
different. Well, a lot of people thought Devin Haney was different, though, right? A lot of people thought Devin Haney was going to give him real problems. When he dropped Devin early with a left hook, everybody was like, "Oh, this is different." I wish he didn't have a positive drug test in that fight, because that fucking tainted everything.
They know each other far too well. I think him and Devin fought each other the most out of all of them. Shakur and Ryan fought as well, which Shakur won all the times that they fought. But I just think, him and Devin, the history of it, Devin came in there overconfident. Ryan, been juiced up, added a little whatever it did. But, you can't take away from him landing the punches that he was landing. You can't take away from the performance that, he was doing. But when you on steroids, that add to,
It definitely adds something.
Tension got even hotter as Ryan's father went hard in defense of their family's legacy against critics who constantly disrespect their boxing background. He reminded everyone of the difficult road they have traveled to reach the top and pointed out that they have been beating the best since Ryan was a young fighter coming up.
How does it end in your opinion? Decision, knockout?
We'll hit him with a body shot, he's done.
Why the body
He can't take this body shot. We already know.
Really?
Yeah, and he doesn't have a better jab than my son. My son has an awesome jab. We beat him in the amateurs, okay, with the jabs. When Ryan was young, Ryan was only 16 years old. But he qualified 17, 18 with Shakur. Shakur was on that level. So if you're within 2 years, they're gonna put you in that category. Okay, and I said, Ryan, we didn't know Shakur, they didn't know us. But I said, Ryan, let's work on that jab. Ryan was throwing that beautiful jab, pop, pop, pop. I said, okay, that's what we're gonna work on. Let's start off there. My God, wait, let me finish. That jab was awesome. Shakur never hit Ryan.
Top lightweight contender Frank Martin brought some hard reality into the conversation by warning both men about the dangerous risks that come with moving up in weight. Speaking from his own personal experience inside the ring, he cautioned that stepping into uncomfortable waters at the wrong weight can drain a fighter completely before they even realize what is happening to them.
Doing this shit since 7 years old. We've been kicking. We've been winning a lot of national. Train a guy and try to win one national and see what happens. Try. We won 15. Wow. And my other son won 7, Shakur Garcia. It's hard. You gotta go through the district, you gotta go through the state, you gotta go through the regional, the state, the regional, and then you gotta go through a national. You gotta go through 4 steps. And you're fighting the best of the best. So don't tell me that you know my son and that he's not a good boxer. Oh, it pisses me off.
Former world champion Rolly Romero added an interesting angle to the debate by looking past the usual hype and focusing on the straight physical differences between the two fighters. He pointed out that while Stevenson has masterful boxing ability, he simply does not have the kind of raw physical gifts that make Garcia such a truly dangerous threat on fight night.
I feel like, man, with this, man, fight at the weight you're comfortable at. You know what I'm saying? Like, that weight shit is real. You know, you could be in there and you don't know until you in there. You know, like, that you was drained or whatever, you find out then. You know, if you ain't never experienced it, you'll find out. You know what I'm saying? When you in there, your legs might be tired or whatever, you know, you find out quick. But you gotta, you know, fight at the weight he's comfortable at. You know, that's what I say.
Former world champion Gary Russell Jr. broke down the mental side of the fight, explaining that Garcia will have zero fear of Stevenson's punching power. He stressed that while Garcia has the explosive ability to hurt anyone, the whole fight comes down to whether he can actually get inside without walking straight into a perfectly set counter trap.
No, but Shakur's an incredible boxer. But you're an incredible boxer. You're not a puncher, you know, but you're still an incredible boxer. So not everyone gets to punch hard. Not everyone gets this. Not everyone gets superhuman reflexes. Not everyone's super agile. Not everyone gets like a granite chin. Not, you know, you got to do with what you got.
Going deeper into the tactical side of things, Russell warned that simply going to the body is not enough to break down an elite defensive fighter like Stevenson. He suggested that a very high level of execution is needed to actually get through, and said he is not about to give away the exact plan for free.
Ryan has the ability to hurt him. I believe, just like you mentioned with Shakur, Ryan won't respect Shakur's power. And he does have the ability to hurt Shakur. The difference is, I think Shakur...
Can he hit him?
That's going to be the issue. How you attack and when you attack. That's going to be the issue. Just like with Andy Hiroka, the same way with my younger brother competing against Andy Hiroka. It had to be a strategy. Just like Teofimo Lopez. He didn't know how to properly close the distance. And when he did close the distance, he didn't know what to do once he did close the distance.
I'm here.
You feel me? So that's really the difference.
Former champion Sean Porter painted a clear picture of just how sharp Stevenson's defensive vision really is, comparing it to an arcade game where he picks up every single punch before it even gets started. Porter said the only real way to survive against him is to completely break his mental rhythm by disrupting his vision and forcing him somewhere he is not comfortable.
I believe the body is important within
every fight. Yeah.
I think what's important is actually the strategy of it, not just saying go to the body.
Right.
You have to really understand the sport to really do this shit.
I think kind of...
I ain't trying to get y'all too much.
Yeah, it was too be us.
The discussion then moved toward what truly makes Stevenson so difficult and frustrating to deal with inside the ring. Russell argued that Stevenson's real strength is not just basic boxing skills but his almost eerie ability to control the pace of a fight mentally and own the space inside the ring completely on his own terms.
Told and not told.
I get the analogy of like if you play a arcade shooting game, right? And you got the circles that pop up everywhere, and you gotta go like that and hit them all, right? For Shakur, he sees it all before it happens. So he sees it, boom. He sees it, boom. The body's important because now you got his eyes doing this. You got to get this kid doing this with his eyes. As long as he can look at you like this and just find it, that's all day and all night. for Shakur.
All you gotta do is break his control.
Yeah, you just gotta break his control. And how do you break his control? To me, controlling the distance.
My little brother for Andy Hiroki.
Yeah, exactly.
In his final assessment, Russell pointed out that Garcia's unusual height and long reach will force Stevenson to keep walking through serious danger just to land anything clean. He left fans thinking hard by saying that while Stevenson can only hope to hurt Garcia's pride, one single mistake will give Garcia the opening to physically break him down for good.
I personally think that Ryan Garcia and Shakur Stevenson need the fight next.
Really?
You got two fighters that just did what they did.
That'd be a good fight. I still slightly, in my opinion, I would still favor Shakur. Because I feel as though he does control the revenue. That's what I think his skill is, honestly. That's what I think his skill is. Like, his skill isn't like his boxing ability. His skill is, a lot of times when you watch people fight, you can see that one fighter is in more control of what's going on in that ring. He maintains a certain level of control with his distance and range. I believe that's what his true skill is. You can break that, then you got something different. I don't know if Ryan will be able to break it. But I think he's tall enough, whereas though, and he got enough reach, whereas though Shakur is going to have to close the distance to actually hit Ryan. You know what I'm saying? He got to cross that line of fire to hit Ryan, versus he is making them come into him and he just pop shotting them. And Ryan got some pop. If Ryan touches his ass, he got the ability to hurt Shakur. I don't think Shakur has the ability to hurt him.
Damn.
He can hurt his pride, but I don't think he can physically hurt.
Can Garcia prove he is the undisputed face of this boxing generation? Or will Stevenson expose him once and for all? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and tune in for more videos like